Just free cracking, or do you have people lined up for this?
No, it's just for fun. Yeah, just a rip. Easier that way. I don't have to worry about like where stuff goes and get distracted and mess it all up. And all right, looks like we're just about there. I'll give people a second to hop on, but we are live at this point, I do believe. Looks like people want some more box wars just as soon as we're done here, so that's fun. Okay. Make sure I can find it. Make sure. Yep, there it is. All right, great. Everybody, welcome to Flesh and Blood Unsealed. We have with us the man, the myth, the legend, Travis. Travis Reeder, dude. What's up?
Great to be here.
Yeah, man.
Exciting event.
So, what do you think so far? 82 people is what I heard.
82 people showed up. I think that's a great number. Of course, this event is definitely laying a foundation for more to come. So, yeah, all in all, it's a great thing. I'm stoked for Trevor, FaB Hobby, putting on the event, bringing some more attention to Flesh, to the game here in the Greater Portland area, and yeah. Some high-level gameplay that I've been observing, so all things are on the up and up.
Awesome. Yeah, there was this weird announcement. I guess you didn't hear it. I don't know what it was about. I'm going to clip it later and put it on YouTube. It was kind of funny, but they were saying, like, you must actually play a game of Flesh and Blood in order to get ahead. I don't know. I'll clip it. It was hilarious. I'm like, what the? Yeah. Anyway, so we're just going to sit here and rip some Uprising while we're talking a little bit. Just something to look at for the fans while we shoot the shit. So, Travis, tell me about like how did you get into Flesh and Blood? Where did you get your start?
Yeah, so I, like many others, came from Magic. I was deep into Magic in 2018, 2019. I am an Alpha Investments patron, and I found the game through Rudy in early 2020. Right as it was a perfect storm. It was right as I was burning out on Magic. I found the game, and of course, I saw that I could be a ninja, and I was like, I'm in. I was hooked immediately. I've always resonated with Ninja Energy. And I got my first kit, opened the cards, pulled my first cold foil, played my first couple of games, and it was on from there. So I first found the game in February 2020.
Feb 2020, okay.
Yep.
So which kit was it from Rudy?
It was the Alpha Welcome to Wraith kit.
Feb 2020 was the first? Really?
Yep.
I thought there was because I thought November 2019 was Crucible for some reason. Maybe that's when Crucible came out, right? So
October 2019 was when Welcome to Wraith was released. So February 2020, Arcane Rising came out in March of 2020. And so my first experience with the game was playing Katsu. And then Arcane Rising came out in March. And I found Azalea, and I absolutely fell in love with Azalea and Ranger. And that's really, I was deep into trying to figure out Ranger early on. So
nice. So how did it go?
I had a blast. So I'm very fortunate. Obviously, we went into the pandemic, went into quarantine. I had some free time on my hands, and so I spontaneously decided to open a box of Alpha on camera, put some music on the background, and that's how FaB Foundry was started. Was just decided to put myself out on the internet for the first time. It was also right around when Card Merchant and the now defunct Metrics Daily put together what is now considered the Dolphin League. It was a TTS online league that was played through Discord during the pandemic, during the quarantine, where I got to cut my teeth on the game and get absolutely destroyed by a lot of the Aussies and Kiwis, the big names that we're all well aware of. So that was where my first like high level gameplay experience came from. I lost a lot of games with Ranger. Let's just say that. With Azalea specifically. So.
Yeah, that's kind of a common story, unfortunately, with Azalea. But she'll have her day, right?
Oh yeah. I've been making the joke. Obviously, we have LSS is with the Starvo treatment, they pretty much said that they're willing to take one of the original 8 heroes and give them a talent. So I've always joked like Azalea will have her day when we get the talented version of her.
Fair.
When we go to the pits, Metrics Daily or Metrics Pits set eventually. When we get there, we get a talented Azalea. She will have her day. We're in it here.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I like about this game so far is that there have been such, like Bravo, right? The talented Bravo, if you will, shows up on the scene. Maybe a little bit overpowered, but
maybe.
He was fun to play, right? He was fun to play, and
well, then it also creates this cat and mouse game with the community of like, what original hero is the next to get the talent treatments,
Yeah.
Oh, is Kano gonna get the draconic treatment with we're in Volcor, or so that's a fun little wrinkle added to the speculation of when can we expect our next talented original hero.
Right. It's just, after seeing Bravo show up, to me, I was just like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
When I saw that they'd made a new Bravo, and not only that, but they had done that cold foil, double-sided treatment, I was just like, this is badass. Like, I was so happy with that as a collector, and then, he obviously did really well, Living Legend already. So we'll be seeing a Living Legend format at some point, right? Like, how many heroes do you think they're going to get in there before they decide to start off the Living Legend format?
I'd like to think that you want to have at least 4. I was actually just talking about it with somebody between rounds here. Like, the Living Legends format with 0 bands, full power Starvo, full power Chain with Seeds, full power Briar, you know what I mean? Full power Prism doesn't sound like all that bad of a format. That's a fun way to play, you know what I mean? We actually might get to experience these super powered heroes when Starvo was being play tested, you know what I mean, eventually in the Living Legend format.
And that would be pretty cool, right? I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. I just like the fact that there's already a plan for it, and that the heroes don't stay in the meta and just ruin it long term if they are. They had a story around making sure that things. Like, speaking of evolution, personally, I don't know about you, but I haven't heard anybody complaining about the meta since Uprising. Like, not even a word.
It's exciting. I mean, I'm not playing today. I've just decided to come be a Team Foundry cheerleader and network and have fun conversations and observe, and walking around the tables, there's a lot of heroes represented here. It's really cool to see the diversity in heroes. I think we're in a really good place.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm just glad to hear it. That for me at least, there we go.
Sigil is such a beautiful rainbow foil. The Sigil Chronophos.
Oh yeah.
Such a beautiful rainbow foil.
Every time I'm like, how are they gonna outdo themselves? Then they do, right?
If I would have known I was going to be on camera, I would have shaved a little bit.
All good, man. So where's all the spice in this box? I thought we were going to get some stuff in here. So, let's see, how many folks are on FaB Foundry team now?
Just brought on our 9th team member. There's nine team members, not including myself. So if you can include me, I would be the 10th person. But 10 players. Nice. Keeping it small, tight knit right now.
Yeah. And you guys just kind of like work together to practice and try out all the new decks.
Well, it's been something that's been in the works for a long time. So I started running playtest leagues in November, December of 2020. I recognized that there was a need for organized play online outlet. I wanted to kind of take the edge off. Ooh, there we go.
There it is. We were looking for that.
Dude. I recognized that we have many years of competitive flesh and blood in front of us, so I wanted to create an event where players were encouraged and felt free to test out heroes, test out lines of play without that looming expectation of winning prizes around it. So I created the playtest league, and a lot of the members of Team Foundry actually were some of the original players in the playtest league. And I noticed that they ended up getting some results and ended up finishing at the top of the league tournament at the end of every season. And so I reached out to a handful of them that I've become friends with and set some intentions. And here we are, going on 2+ years later, and they're a little bit more organized of a team, and I'm supporting them on their quest to be the best players they can be, and hopefully win some things over the coming years. So.
Awesome. It's freaking awesome. Yeah. It's just cool, like just seeing the different ways the community is built up around the game. I mean, just for me personally, when I come to these events, it's just so invigorating to talk to people and like just see how long they've been playing. I've seen some folks that started yesterday, some folks that started a few weeks ago, people like yourself that started day one essentially. It's awesome. But,
yeah,
it seems like there's something really unique about this community. It just feels good to me.
It does.
I don't want to try and compare it to any other communities, but it's a good community. It's a really good community.
Yeah. I believe the community, the foundation of the community, being the Aussies and Kiwis, like they're just just uplifting, positive, happy-go-lucky, cheeky nature, you could say, has laid the foundation for what we're experiencing today. They've been excellent stewards of not only the game but also the community and the way the interactions that I've had with them. And so that's, of course, having been in the game as long as I have, that's part of my perspective, is why I feel like we do have as positive as a community as we do.
That makes sense, yeah. I mean, if they'd been asshats, I mean, maybe Flesh and Blood wouldn't have gotten out of New Zealand, right? Like, yeah, you're right, though. There's a lot of people that, I mean, even I think back to some of the names that I encountered when I first started getting into Flesh and Blood. They're still around. They're the same people that are like out there playing still today. And Cale McCreath, I guess, just took down another Bravo. I don't know what it was, but like, he just used Bravo to kill some shit again. It's like, yep, it's good to see that, like some of these OGs are kicking ass. And I'm hoping to see some of these guys at Worlds. You gonna be at Worlds?
I intend on being at Worlds, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was great to see a lot of them in Jersey, to run into like Sasha Markovic and Matt Rogers again, and FaB Maniac Manny and Lee Fletcher. There's so many gentlemen that I interacted with online through Discord for the last couple of years. So to meet them in the flesh and blood in Jersey was an experience, and I look forward to sharing that experience with everybody again in San Jose in November.
It's going to be awesome, man. I'm really looking forward to Worlds. I'm hoping that my man Simon Austin Wallace. Are you out there, Simon? Are you listening to this? Are you? You better be there, buddy. He's one of the first guys that I interacted with from the other side of the world there, and just a really positive impression. And like, we did multiple deals. International shipping can always be scary, but he was so easy to work with, and like just so welcoming. And then he just kicked ass at FaB too. And it's just like, wow, this is just another really cool individual in the community. And there's just a million of them. It's just a really, really cool. Yeah, you're right. I think it probably is. It's those NZ guys. But I think it comes from the top a little bit. Like, have you spent any time? Have you talked to James at all?
I have not had the opportunity to interact with James yet. It didn't happen in Jersey. Hopefully, it happens possibly in San Jose. But at the same time, I want to be a natural interaction. So the natural trend, the progression of it didn't happen in Jersey.
That's fair, yeah.
But
I've
had some.
You're not standing in line to.
No, I want it to be organic.
Yeah.
My intention is to have our first engagement to be organic, because I have some things to say. I have some things to say with them, because in all honesty, Flesh and Blood has changed my life. It literally has changed the direction of my life, from where I was headed in early 2020 to finding this game and pivoting and dive into this FaB Foundry thing, and it's changed my life to now where I co-own a game store and run FaB Foundry and consumed by this game, and it's amazing.
Well, you and me both, man. Like, it's been, it's an awesome ride that we're on, I think. Like, I'm having a hell of a time. It's like, yeah. I feel you that, standing in line for an autograph to really express those like feelings is not quite. Yeah, I get you.
I'm a pretty patient person too.
Yeah.
I've always believed that, something that I've learned in my time in the music festival community, it's about the space before the bite is what we call it, and Happy Cake Day. But it's all about the space before the bite, the anticipation that you can build before an experience that you're looking to have. So
Yeah. When we were in Jersey, Ian and I were out front of the venue, and somebody yelled my name, Chris Sawyers, and I turned around, and it was James White, and he just gave me this great big bear hug.
that's awesome.
Like, that made the entire event for me. That's that. I didn't have to stand in line for that, and that made it so much more special. So, I get you.
Yeah, I've had some great interactions with Sasha Markovic when he was working for LSS. Obviously, Alan Hale is somebody I've been communicated with. We had a really good drop-in when I was in Jersey and shared with him all the ideas that I've had and what I'm working on. And so, yeah, it's there's some really good human beings at LSS. And that's why my conviction for this game is stronger than it's ever been, is because of the interactions that I have and the belief that I have in the people at the top at LSS, and just the genuine excitement that they have and passion they have for what they're creating. So,
They're building something amazing. They know what they're doing. So I love it. It's just opportunities for so many good times, and doing things like this. I mean, there's just a lot of people out here. And they're all having a great time. All right. Well, let's go ahead and cut this thing off anyway.
good dropping in with
Travis,
you.
thanks, man. It's been awesome.
Excited for the awesome things to come.
Yeah, dude. Take care.